Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Saturday, August 26, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Houston Astros vs Detroit Tigers. Our team pick is Detroit money line. And here is why. It took Detroit's offense until the 6th inning to get going, and that inning resulted in all of their offensive success. The 4 runs came from a grand slam by DH Kerry Carpenter. The Tigers were held to just 5 hits on the day, with no player logging multiple hits. Tarik Skubal got the nod, and he retired 7 batters over 6 innings, while giving up 4 runs. LHP Eduardo Rodriguez is slated to take the mound for his 9th home start of the season. The 30-year-old enters this game with a 9.6 record and an ERA of 3.03. Rodriguez has been the most dialed at home this season, as he holds an ERA of 2.79 when he's on the mound at Comerica Park. In his 8 home starts, the lefty has allowed 5 homers and retired 50 batters, all while keeping opponents to .217 in the box. While he's maintained a strong ERA tossing under the lights, he's allowed more hits than innings pitched and has allowed foes to hit .262 at the plate. On the plus side, he's limited his home runs, allowing just 2 over 38 innings. While hits allowed have persisted in August, Rodriguez has continued to hold opponents in check with regard to home runs, and he's dropped his walk rate slightly as well. That said, if he continues to allow solid contact from opponents, it's only a matter of time until those hits snowball into multi-run innings. Throughout this month, the Tigers have exhibited an exceptional ability to track and connect with the ball, surpassing their previous monthly record for home runs by a considerable margin in August. As for Rodriguez, while he has conceded hits in both home and night games, his performance in August has been marked by a commendably low home run rate. This aspect becomes especially significant given the Astros' struggles in generating offensive momentum when their home runs aren't materializing. Brown's consistency has displayed noticeable fluctuations this month, accompanied by the concerning pattern of relinquishing more hits than the innings he has pitched. Moreover, opposing batters have managed to attain a batting average exceeding .320 against him at the plate during this month. Considering these dynamics, the wiser choice leans towards the underdog playing at home. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. As highlighted, the bats have really woken up for Detroit this month, and while Rodriguez has been a formidable pitcher, Houston has hit lefties well all season. Both clubs are hitting over .270 for the month and have each logged over 30 homers in 22 games. With Brown's ability to give up hits and his high walk rate during night games, the Tigers' offense should find success here. Likewise, Rodriguez has been prone to giving up heavy hitting volume, and the Astros have continued to have their way against the Southpaws. Expect to see runs here. Colorado Rockies vs Baltimore Orioles. Our team pick is Baltimore Orioles minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Orioles played well over the past week, and they've won 5 of their last 6 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with another win over the Rockies, which will give them their 6th win in their last 7 games and increase their lead in the AL East standings. Baltimore is averaging 4.94 runs per game. Their .254 batting average is 12th in the league. Their .319 on-base percentage is 16th, while their .424 slugging percentage is 9th. Austin Hayes leads Baltimore with a .281 batting average, while Anthony Santander leads the team with 24 home runs and 69 RBI. Baltimore's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.27 runs per game. Opponents have a .244 batting average against the Orioles, which is 13th in the league. Their 4.04 ERA is 12th, while their 1.27 WHIP is 13th. The Orioles have secured victory in 5 out of their most recent 6 games, and they've particularly excelled at home, winning 3 of their last 4 matches. Demonstrating a strong offensive performance, they managed to accumulate a total of 15 runs across their last 3 home games. This positive trend in offensive prowess is expected to extend to the upcoming game, primarily due to their adeptness in facing right-handed pitchers. Additionally, Flexen's performance on the mound this season has been notably lackluster, particularly when playing away, where he conceded a total of 10 runs across his last 3 starts. Impressively, he allowed 6 runs in 2 separate starts against the Orioles. Considering Colorado's position as the team with the 3rd weakest bullpen in the league, they are likely to struggle in containing the Orioles' offensive momentum in this particular game. On the other side, the Rockies have faced challenges, losing 6 of their last 8 games and encountering setbacks in 9 out of their last 10 road games. Their offensive performance has been particularly feeble when playing away, evidenced by their tally of 12 runs across their most recent 3 road games. Anticipate their run production to remain limited in this game due to the Orioles' recent streak of impressive starting pitcher performances, with only 5 runs conceded in their last 4 games. This defensive strength extends to their bullpen, which has also managed to restrict opponents to the same number of runs in the same span of games. As a result, maintaining control over Colorado's offensive potential should pose no major challenge. Considering these factors, it is advisable to favor Baltimore in covering the run line. Our total pick is over. And here is why. The Rockies are averaging 4.40 runs per game and 3.71 runs per game on the road. They averaged 7.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Orioles. With Baltimore giving up 4.34 runs per game at home, the Rockies will hit their average in this game. The Orioles are averaging 4.94 runs per game and 4.55 runs per game at home. They averaged 7.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Rockies. With Colorado giving up 5.09 runs per game on the road, the Orioles will score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Orioles and Rockies played over the total in 3 of their last 4 meetings. San Diego Padres vs Milwaukee Brewers. Take Milwaukee on the money line. And here is why. Milwaukee enters its series against San Diego with a 70-57 record and is first in the NL Central and 3 games up on the Cubs. The Brewers are set to start right-hander Freddie Peralta, who's 10-8 with a 3.97 ERA, and in his last start, he went 5.2 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits against the Texas Rangers. In his last 5 starts, he's 4-0 with a 1.47 ERA, and at home, he's 5-4 with a 3.79 ERA. However, in 1 start against the Padres he went 5 innings, allowing 9 hits and 5 runs. As a pitching staff, Milwaukee has a team ERA of 3.98 which ranks 11th. This presents an opportune moment to consider selecting Milwaukee, offered at an appealing price, for their home game against the San Diego Padres. Peralta's recent performances have been nothing short of dominant. In his last trio of starts, he has only conceded 2 runs across a span of 18.2 innings. Conversely, Avila's contributions have been commendable, but his innings tend to be limited to a mere couple. Furthermore, the Padres' bullpen exhibits vulnerabilities, particularly until the later innings of the 8th and 9th. While Milwaukee's offensive output has encountered challenges, the Brewers have shown strong performance as home favorites, boasting a 27-17 record in this context. In contrast, San Diego has a less favorable track record as road underdogs, tallying an 8-14 record. Envisioned as a game with limited scoring, the matchup leans in favor of Milwaukee, driven by their pitching strength, which inspires more confidence compared to the Padres' counterparts. Take the under 9 runs. And here is why. San Diego was expected to have a lot of success this season, but the Padres have struggled and entered the series in Milwaukee, being 6 games back of the final wild card spot and are 61-67. San Diego is currently slashing .237, .324, .408, which ranks 25th, 12th, and 17th in the majors, while on the road is .232, .317, .408, and in the month of August is slashing .234, .310, .399. Against Peralta, Bogaerts and Cronenworth are 2-3, Gamble hits .364 in 11 abs, Grisham is 1-3, Cooper is 1-4, Carpenter hits .154 in 13 abs, Machado bats .143 in 7 abs, and Soto hits .111 in 9 abs. I love the under in this spot as Peralta should be able to carve through this Padres lineup that has struggled, while Milwaukee's offense also struggles to score runs. This season, San Diego is 69-51-8 in hitting the under while on the road is 31-24-5. Milwaukee, meanwhile, is 66-56-5 in hitting the under and at home are 30-32. As well, in the 4 games these two teams have played, the games have averaged 8.5 runs, but this is a much better pitching matchup to take the under.